George Kilpatrick, Inspiration for the Nation. Next Sunday is the 30. Is it the 31st annual AIDS Walk
31st,
Run? Yes,
31st, yes.
31st annual AIDS Walk Run. Joining me now is Lisa Alford, Executive Director of ACR Health,
Yes.
and AIDS Walk Run will be taking place Beaver Lake again. And is it?
Beaver Lake, yes, our usual spot on the 4th of June, always that first Sunday of June. And actually, this year we've added a little something new. We've got a children's fun run that starts at 9 a.m. and our 5K race for the adults and anyone else starts at 10 a.m.
And as you know, I'm gonna have to sit out this one, Lisa. But
I
I'm
know.
sure it's inclusive and accessible. You could do whatever you want to do, right?
Yes, you can do lots of things. You can come sit at the table and pass out T-shirts and water. So we've got other opportunities and ways in which you can support the work that we do here at ACR Health.
And let's talk about that work because it's very important, especially for the population that you serve and for the work that you've been doing over 40 years
40
in this
years. This is
community.
our 40th anniversary. So we're really excited about that. You know, we started out during the height of the AIDS epidemic, and really those are our historical beginnings as an organization, really in the fight against HIV and AIDS, and started out with testing and prevention and education, providing nutrition and helping folks with housing. And we are now 40 years later, we're still doing that work, and we've expanded to serve folks who are needing not only testing in sexual health education. We're providing harm reduction services for persons that are dealing with addiction and doing Narcan training and giving out fentanyl test strips and all sorts of other harm reduction information and services to help people dealing with addiction. We also do provide our health insurance counseling, and that's provided for persons, and we provide unbiased information because we don't sell a particular product. So we will let people know based on what their needs are, based on the types of medications that they may be taking. You know, here are the 2 or 3 options that may be the best for you. We help people even advocate when they have medical bills and they're trying to navigate and advocate for those bills being reduced or helping people find other resources. We also have our youth, family, and education services. Most people are very familiar with our Q Center, which is a part of that unit, that department. We have locations not only here in Syracuse, but our Utica and Watertown locations. We also provide adolescent pregnancy prevention training, and our Center of Expertise provides actual training for people who work with people who use and have drugs. We also provide care management for persons that have complex health conditions. So we're helping them navigate and get to doctor's appointments, helping them access housing and nutrition services. So really providing really overall and comprehensive support to persons that are dealing with those complex health conditions. And that's really much cheaper than them waiting and not getting the services that they need and not having to access much more costly care in the community.
So you've really expanded from your original goal of providing HIV and AIDS support and advocacy to a more comprehensive approach. You mentioned Q Center, and you said, but so I think you should probably explain more about what that is for the community, or remind people the services that are offered through that center, especially now, as you can see all across the country what is happening. And we'll explain that after you explain what the Q Center is.
Okay, so our Q Center provides services for LGBTQ plus youth and their families in the community. And as I mentioned, we have a location here in Syracuse, one in Utica, as well as in Watertown. And we provide information on, how to deal with, school situations in school. We work with parents to help them understand their children and how they can support them in their sexual health and identity. We also provide just a safe space for young people to just be young people, where they can learn some information about job skills, where they can learn sexual health information, where they can learn skills on how to navigate, but just be themselves in a safe space and without worrying about what harm might come to them. And it's an affirming environment for them. if they need to get some assistance with accessing food or information on testing, sexual health information, but really just navigating what it means to be a young person that is a member of the LGBTQ plus community. But again, we also provide support for those family members, and that's really important because sometimes family members, they don't know how to support a young person. What do they do, with, when the young person goes to school and they may be dealing with bullying and all sorts of other things that happen to them when they are in school. And we know that young LGBTQ youth, they have an increased risk for things such as suicide and also them being harmed. And so we want to make sure that they are harmed with the information and education that they need. And also we provide training for schools. So the personnel there can be educated on what it is that they need to do and what can they do to support young LGBTQ plus youth in the schools, and maybe even if they have gay alliances in the school system, we'll also work with the staff there and give them information and support.
And you talk about working with schools, as you think about what happened in Tully a few years ago, and how that with the community advocacy and support, how that situation turned around. And I mentioned I wanted you to expand on what Q Center does, because across the country we're seeing an attack on the rights of LGBTQIA individuals, companies who are being inclusive in the advertising are being attacked. Stores like Target are finding their employees being threatened because they're being inclusive. And the fact that you mentioned that there is support for parents of LGBTQ, I think that's really important, because we know that one of the biggest challenges that youth face is the lack of support from their family. And so you also have the issue of runaway, you have the issue of homelessness amongst these youth, because in many cases their families are rejecting them. So this is go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, we even have showers here for young people. And you're exactly right. Many of the young people, they may not be supported by their family members. And so they're much more likely to be either homeless or housing vulnerable, do couch surfing from friend to friend, because they aren't able to stay at home. And we have a shower here and washer and dryer, because some young people, they don't have any place else to go.
Right.
And so we provide them with that, their ability to be able to do that, but also learn some life skills and provide supports for them as they are navigating, their journey. So.
All right. And all of that is part of the wraparound services offered by ACR Health, and the funds that are raised through the AIDS Walk Run on June 4th at the Beaver Lake Nature Center will continue to support the variety of programs being offered at ACR Health. So, Lisa, tell us what we need to know and what we need to do as we wrap.
What you need to do is to go to our website and sign up for the AIDS Walk Run, to either walk, run, or to volunteer, or to donate. And you can even do it virtually. So for family, friends, and folks in other places, they can also sign up and they can walk whenever they choose to, but they still would be able to sign up on our the Run website, and you can go to our main ACR Health website to get that information. And we want you to tell your friends and your family members about it.
Yeah, and I know there's a special group of people that you calling out. I believe. Go ahead, talk.
I'm calling out all the Divine Nine to come out. Sigma Gamma Rho, they came out strong last year. The Sisters of Zeta Phi Beta sorority came out strong last year, and this year the Sigma Gamma Rho, they were the first D9 group organization to actually put a team together. Alpha Kappa Alpha now has a team, so I'm just challenging all of my D9 brothers and sisters to come out and support. So much of what we do in the community, all of us typically have a health component to the type of community service that we provide. So it really fits in what we do here at ACR Health. really fits in with the health component and the community service that all of our organizations provide. So as a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, of course, I'm making a special appeal. And but again, last year we took a great photo, and we want that photo to be even bigger this year of members of the D9 and other civic organizations in the community.
All right, y'all heard that. Kappas, Qs, Alphas,
Yes.
and Sigmas. Let's go. And Iotas. Let's go.
That's right. My deltas. Yes.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, it's the AIDS Walk Run. What's the website, Lisa?
www.acrhealth.org, and you'll be able to find the walk run link on our website.
acrhealth.org. AIDS Walk Run, Sunday, June 4th, Beaver Lake Nature Center. Lisa, keep up the good work. Lisa Alford is the executive director of the ACR Health, and we wish you so much good luck.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your support.
Inspiration for the nation.